Hey everybody, how's it going? Today is going to be more of a vlog style video. I'm on my way to go get the stitches removed from my mouth. So I want to let you know how that goes. And I want to talk about a couple other things I keep forgetting to mention in other videos. So I started, when I did that video where I mentioned doing the, changing the camper around to be more of a studio, I mentioned something about a sponsor, and I meant to discuss it then, but I completely forgot. And so I'm going to discuss it now. I had been talking to a tool company about doing a sponsorship deal for the channel. When we first started talking, I really liked the deal that they had, or that we were talking about. Because what we were talking about was they would do 4 sponsored videos a month at a certain price, which was kind of low. However, that would have paid for me to rent a garage that I was looking at. That would have completely paid for that. And then once a month they wanted me to do a sponsored video about any particular tool that they had of my choice for a bigger chunk of money. I'm like, okay, that's okay, I can do that. And they were, when we were talking about the weekly sponsored video, they said that all I had to do was do a splash screen with their logo and just say, this video is sponsored by so-and-so tools. And it was like a 15-second splash screen. Okay, cool, no problem. I can do that. I know a lot of people aren't going to like that, but I think enough people would realize that, you know, when you're a small independent creator and YouTube is literally shoving a dry fist up your rear end on the revenue, you need a sponsor. And I'm like, okay. But then they started talking about how they wanted those sponsored videos to they wanted more control over what I was doing. They wanted me to do like project vehicles. Because like when I first started talking to them, I'm like, well, what if I'm doing a computer video, like a thrift store computer video? At first, they were fine with that. Or what if I'm doing a lawnmower repair? They were fine with that. What if it's a vlog? They're fine with that. And then all of a sudden they're like, well, no, what we want is, you know, you showing our tools being used on a bigger project, like a project vehicle. I'm like, well, I have a project vehicle, but, you know, right now it's winter. And, you know, I asked if they were going to be willing to provide me with parts for that vehicle as well. They're like, no, you'd have to work out sponsorship deals with those parts. I'm like, well, you know, I work a full-time job as well as doing YouTube. You know, I can't really spend a whole lot of time going out and talking to all these different vendors. They're like, well, you know, well, this is what we're offering, take it or leave it. Well, I ended up leaving it. I don't think that what they were asking was unreasonable. I am not talking bad about them. But it's just, it wasn't going to work for a channel of my size. They were looking at the analytics. They were looking at the fact that I have had steady growth throughout 2020. They're like, okay, you're definitely an up-and-coming channel, you know, we would like to help you. However, I just don't think that deal was right for me and my channel at this time. However, I am working with another company I'm not going to say who it is. They are, because I don't, nothing's set in stone yet, but they're out of Michigan, and they supply automotive parts. That's all I'm going to say. And there may be some videos coming out soon on a project vehicle. They are going to provide me with the parts, but they're not going to pay me to do the project. They're not going to pay me any promotional fees. It's just going to be, hey, I would have to just be like, hey, in full disclosure, so-and-so sent me all these parts, and this is what we're doing. I think that's reasonable, mainly because this vehicle needs a lot of work, and getting a full set of suspension, brakes, and everything for it would be great. But yeah, so that's what's going on my end. Like, I thought about doing a live stream talking about it because, sorry, I cannot stand even the slightest spot in my glasses. And I just woke up and I'm not entirely sure it's in my glasses. It's 8:14 in the morning and I'm on my way to a dentist. So, yeah, it's not a bad day. It's getting warm in here already. And the heat's only set to 70. But yeah, so let me know below whether you think I did the right thing or not. So another thing that I've been doing is I've been very, I'll just say, generous with my super chats whenever I watch a YouTuber I know who is live. I've never given one to Linus for his WAN show because, one, I can almost never watch that live, but two, they don't really shout you out. But there's a couple of YouTubers I watch, and I'll send a super chat here or there because I know that there is I like to support my smaller content creators. Now, granted, one of them being Lon Simon, he's got, I don't know, I forget how many, I think he's over 100,000 subscribers, but he's still small in the grand scheme of things. If you look at, Linus, Marquise Brownlee, Tech Yes, or, yeah, Tech Yes, what do you think? I think, yeah, I watch him too, but, or Bitwit, they all have, millions of subscribers. If I like content, I will do what I can to support them. I'm wearing a shirt right now that says Faster Problems because he does car videos. He does they started doing a smart car where they put a K24 out of an Acura in it. I enjoy that content, so I've actually got several of his shirts. I bought some shirts off of them to support the channel. When you guys help me by, watching, subscribing, watching videos to the end, you help me get the YouTube revenue that I can help support other channels with. Like Madam Roy, he's another smaller YouTube channel, and it's great to see that he's back. Hey, Matt, it's great to see that you're back. I'm glad everything's okay with your family and yourself. And he was talking about in live stream about depression. It's honestly, I've done more videos. I think I've done more videos in 2020 than I have in some other years. And the reason for that is because I've been trying to fight off depression. I started my channel because I was a night shift worker, and I was up all night. There's really not a whole lot you can do, and I was starting to get that night shift depression. So I started watching YouTube videos and discovering, hey, I can do this too. And at the time I had my Galaxy S4, I started shooting a couple videos of some random computers I had, and you know, people actually enjoyed it. Like, I remember the first time I broke 10 views on a video. I'm like, oh my god, 10 views? 10 people like this? Or 10 people watch this? And now, like, you know, I have certain videos on my channel that have, you know, 30, 40,000 views. I don't know if that's considered viral or not. Probably not. But, you know, it's just like, my average views are between 40 and 60. That's, you know, I kind of stepped back from YouTube for a while, and then I got back into it, so that's kind of what happened. Like, I was, at one point, I think I was averaging over 100 views per video, and that, like I said, that kind of backed off a little bit when I did. And I also don't know that I'm particularly doing content that everybody who started watching my channel came here to see. Like right now, I know most people would rather be watching me do something with a computer right now than watching me, you know, drive through Wilmington, Delaware, you know, but, and talking about my channel. But my plans for 2021 are pretty much the same as my plans for 2020, which is I want to try to do at least 2 videos a month. I may, you know, I'm going to continue to do them in the style that I always have. I do have a couple videos that are taking me longer to do. Actually, no, I did release the one. So I have one video that's taking me longer to do, mainly because the weather is not playing out in a helpful manner. I actually planned on shooting a couple videos today. I wanted to do this one, and I also wanted to do an update on that Facebook Marketplace computer. However, there's still snow on the ground around my camper where I work. It's raining right now, and you know, I really just don't feel that I should be taking my generator out and that right now, and you know, doing that. So right now, that's going to sit on the back burner a little bit, because I want to see that thing work. I want to see what we can do with it, and yeah, I'm not going to bore you with the whole trip to the dentist, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this now at about 13 and a half minutes, so that, because I still have about 15 minutes to go, so I don't think you really want to watch me ramble for 30 minutes. So I'll talk to you in a little bit. Alright, so the stitches are removed. I actually feel like I'm talking better now. I feel much better. Jeez, I should have done that before putting the camera on and putting it in gear. Anyway, so the stitches are out, and I'm going to go back in about a month, because he says my jaws are still healing, and things need to heal, and then and we'll go from there, because once they do that, about a month, he'll get the, I guess, impressions or whatever they do, and we'll start actually get ready to get the implants, or get the dentures done. But yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good. I was hoping that my appointment was later, and then when they called me yesterday, it was actually 9 o'clock. I'm like, dang. because there's a Goodwill and a store right next to it. In order to not be demonetized, I'll say a long distance hole punch store. Hopefully that will say what it is. Well, I'm gonna go to Wegmans, because there's a Wegmans up here. Oh god, that's hilarious. Sorry, I never noticed a building here. I might go ahead and just put the picture up here when I do the editing. Hopefully I will. I don't know. But oh, there's a let's call it an adult store here too. Like, I've been like up here a lot. I never really noticed all the buildings, but yeah. So we're moving forward. We're in the right direction. Getting the teeth done, and yeah, I guess that's about it. I mean, there really isn't a whole lot to discuss right now. Hey, an indoor tennis. Never noticed that either. But I do know that up here at the Wegmans, I just don't know how far it is. I found that when I was doing Lyft, because I dropped somebody off around this area. I know it's in Concord Township, and we're entering Concord Township right now. Oh, there's the Whole Foods. I think no, it's not in this one. That's I've never been in a Whole Foods. I've been in a Trader Joe's, but I've never been in a Whole Foods. And yeah, I'm actually feeling pretty good right now. Things are moving in the right direction for once, finally. But like right now, like, you may notice that I'm more likely to smile in a video than I was, you know, a few months ago when all this started. But yeah, like I was talking to my son the other day. I'm like, you know, it's funny, you know, I had to learn how to talk again as the teeth are being removed, and then once I get them back in, I'm going to have to learn how to talk again once they're here. I think it's actually this big one up here. I think it's that one that has like a clock tower on it. Maybe I should have used GPS, but I didn't know how to get in there. Oh, yep, yeah, there we are. We're at the Wegmans. I gotta go this way because I was stupid and went the wrong way. I really like Wegmans. I know Madam Roy has talked about them before too. But there's a couple things about Wegmans that I discovered that are actually really cool. Like when you have a kid, you notice a lot of things. Like, I noticed that a lot of stores and restaurants don't have baby changing stations in the men's rooms, and I feel like that's kind of a huge oversight on a lot of these places. Like, you know, men are parents too, but like, not only do they have some of the sturdiest changing stations I've ever seen in a men's room, they also have, underneath the sink, they have these flip down steps so that a kid can step up on there and wash their hands. I just think that's really cool. Anyway, shoot, I gotta edit that out. Anyway, I will get back to you guys in a little bit. Alright, because I know some of you will be curious of what I got when I went to Wegmans. Number one, I got 3 of these. These are the Heinz savory beef gravy, and I'll explain what I'm going to do with them in a minute. And I got this big, this is 4 pounds. 4 pounds of meatballs. And these are beef meatballs. They do not, I've looked through it, I don't see any pork in there, which is a good thing. I don't particularly care for eating pork a lot anymore. So these are all beef, meatballs. Like I said, I like that a lot. And of course, can't see this and not buy it. That's actually a 62 Chevy pickup. And again, that's what she looks like. And then these are absolutely amazing. These are the they're basically hot dog rolls, but they're Martin's potato rolls. I don't know if any other regions in the US sells Martin bread, but Martin's potato bread is amazing. And those rolls, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick some of the meatballs in the gravy in the crock pot. Oh yeah, these meatballs also have Romano cheese in them. Yeah, it says Romano cheese and it tells you what's in it. And for the most part, like, they're, you know, like the ingredients: beef, water, breadcrumbs, wheat flour, textured soy protein concentrate, tells you what's in that, egg whites, soy protein concentrate, contains 2% of or less of each Romano cheese, and tells you what's in that. And honestly, the ingredients list is not long and does not have a whole bunch of crap you can't pronounce. So it looks like they're pretty good. This is actually the Wegmans brand. So how much did all that get me? Now look, Wegmans is not cheap. It's not going to, it's not like Aldi or Save-A-Lot or whatever you have in your area. So yeah, I paid $23.12 total. That's with tax. Oh, tax was only 8 cents. Okay. Oh yeah, because the only thing that was taxed was the Hot Wheels. Because everything else was not taxed because it was food. So $23.12, but I'm going to get a couple meals out of this. I'm going to throw that in my crock pot for a couple hours today and see how it goes. I've never tried their meatballs. I like the fact that it's got the Romano cheese in it. I think that'll actually be pretty good with the, with it. God. But yeah, I think everything's going to go pretty good. So, like I said, when I started the vlog, it was around 8:12. The whole dental appointment didn't take long at all. It's 9:39 right now. My appointment was at 9 o'clock. I went in about 15 minutes early. They knocked it out. It took like 10 minutes in there. And yeah, it wasn't bad. So yeah, I think we're in a good spot. So unless I can think of anything else, I'm probably going to call the video here, because I'm pretty much just going to go straight home and, you know, call it a day. I only get one day off this week, and that's today. So I'm probably going to relax. I'm going to edit this video and relax. So thank you for watching. Have a blessed day, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.